Good evening, everybody. We're just about to get started here. Strap yourselves in for Season 2 of the RacingSimRigs World Series here at Silverstone Circuit. If you're in the chat, give us a hell yeah. If you're not in the chat, then you can't say hell yes. If you're out driving, you know, keep your hands on the wheel. Welcome everybody to the RacingSimRigs World Series here at Silverstone Circuit. It is the press day. Ignore it says Season 1. We are in secret. The glorious wines of GT3s ring again. It's good to hear them. Hopefully you all are keeping safe and sound in your rooms, in your sheds. And most importantly, in your homes. Sponsor for the series, as always, is the boys at RacingSimRigs, bringing the race home, sponsoring once again the prizes for the series itself. Still going strong even through the turbulent times that we currently sit ourselves in, and we hope those guys continue to do well, and of course they are doing well, providing prizes for the boys with toys, you know. If your foot slipped, I apologize, but I didn't do it. As always, I am joined by Craig King. Craig, how are we?
Good evening, Rob. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm looking forward to some more Wednesday night action from the RSR World Series. This season is bigger. It's faster. I'd love to say it's more meme, but let's just address the elephant in the room. After the 00 success last season, Joshua Meyer has converted the rest of his team to Fords. This is no longer a joke. The Fords are the real deal. And in practice today, Archie Forsyth was the fastest time in practice, putting down a 1:59.077 as I just see Ted Bradbury having a spin on what looks like his warm-up lap. A 1:59.077 was the time in a Audi, but behind him, Rutger Wiegand, a 1:59.162 in a Ford. So these things are really strong, but we've got quite a good number out here today. I want to say we're looking at about just over 40 cars here today for the press day. It's some of them can't be here today. We're in the middle of our qualifying, and the amateurs with the new format are out at the moment. It will be the amateurs will do theirs in a group, then the pros, and then Hyperpole.
It's going to be interesting to see how the Fords will do. I mean, as he said, Ford strong in this situation. Am I scared? Maybe. I'm scared that the Ford will beat the pants off of everybody, but the AMs are setting their qualifying now. It's changed from last time, so let's go over some of the changes. AMs will now qualify together. Every single one of them will qualify together, then the pros, and then the hot shots, the hyper beasts, as we'll call them, will do their qualifying times. I think it's the top 6, if I remember correctly.
I believe so. Joshua Mays just had a moment at Cops. Oh, he already got the fastest lap with a 2:008. He's not going to be able to go faster, though. He clipped the inside of Cops there. And that's going to cost him. This will definitely be a lap Well, he might be able to push forward. I don't think he gets an off track with that, but we'll wait and see. But at the moment, he is pole. A 2-minute 008, as I was saying. Yeah, he's pulling to one side. Harry Wills, the second fastest at the moment, a 2-minute 3:39 for the Racing Sim racing that striking BMW. Other times coming in as well. Thomas Dandridge, a 2-minute 9:24. The only 3 cars in the 2 minutes at the moment. Zakaria Jammer, 2:01.125. Marius Yankee Ford, 2:01.196, and that's the top 5 at the moment. I think Yankee is just coming around to finish his last lap. He's got Morton Philandus in front of him, so we'll see what Philandus will do on their time as well. That's going to be P20 for Morton, and Marius does not go faster, 2:01.623. So the top 5, I was saying the top 5 weren't changed, but Christian Furtz just threw in, and we got to give some love for the Raidillon TV car. Christian Furtz with a 1:59.972 goes pole.
Look at that majestic car. Just look at it. It's so nice.
The new look,
the new fashion, the new style. Look at it. It's just
Get the Raidillon look.
Yeah. Instead of get the London look, it's get the Raidillon look.
Oh god, that was yeah.
You also need like the weird teeth that they have, where it's like the gap in the middle is extremely noticeable.
Oh come on, that's not that. What I would just say, first of all, shout out to trackcams22.com that provide us with these fantastic cameras. Also, for those that want to know, livetimings.raidillon.tv, and it's going in the chat now as I speak. Now we have 2 different colors on the standings, as you will see. The yellow, gold, the yellowy color. That's
the
your
orange.
amateurs.
It's meant to be orange. It's meant to be orange, but it's Furs, not Furts.
I always say Furts. I don't know why, Christian. I apologize. Oh, Ted Branbury goes pole, 1:59.637 in an Audi. But as I was saying, the yellow or the orange color, that's your amateurs, and your pros will be in green. They are all GC3s.
Look, I'll blame my color blindness. Okay. Even though I'm not colorblind, I need a crutch at this point. We've got a lot of new faces, so we're riding the cameras with Christian Stuckel, who is one of the new guys. It's good to see new blood. Remember when we did the? Oh, I don't think we actually did it in the first. Karsten Neudeck. Look at his crash helmet.
Neudeck, yep.
It's a crash test.
Oh,
it's a crash.
I still got some of those at home. We were looking at trying to sell some because we still got some.
Oh no, he just disappeared out of his car. Oh no.
Oh my god. Wow. So the pros are lining up at the moment for their first lap. For their first to get out. I'll just give a rundown to top 10 in the amateurs. Ted Bradbury, a 1:59.637. Christian Furs, a 1:59.972. Stephen Footers, 1:59.988. Joshua Mayer, a 2 minutes flat 008. Harry Wills, a 2 minute .339. Thomas Dandridge, a 2 minute 351. A 3:55 for Zakaria Jammer. Rose, a 6.652. These are all 2 minutes. There's no point saying 2 minutes. Mark Bailey, a .766. And then for 10th is Harry Harvey, a 2:01.038. As the pros are now entering the battlefield.
They're entering the Hyperbole. Now, notice that it's actually all the pros have gone out. Sorry, I was slightly mistaken. It's all the pros that go out and they get chucked. They just go whoosh.
Just go whoosh. Yes, Harry Woodhead there in the Racing Sim Rigs, also representing Raidillon TV at the front of it. Gotta give him some love for that. One
personal show of mine is that if you have a few pennies to spare, consider sending it our way. Love to continue doing these series, of course, and every bit helps. Not sponsored by Tesco.
Just one car I'd like to point out. Car 78, Wayne Jury, running quite a special livery. He is promoting his Ella Louise Angel Appeal, a charity drive that he's been doing for the last few years now. His child Ella. Ella. Ella Louise passed away about 4 days after their birth, and he has started a GoFundMe. So Just Giving, sorry, not a GoFundMe, sorry, a Just Giving page to help the Bristol. I got to get this right because there's so many in Bristol. The Royal United Hospital in Bath it's in Bristol. Sorry, the St Michael's Hospital in Bristol. Sorry. Unfortunately, Ella Louise had some complications during birth. Was rushed to the ICU. Otherwise, as I would know it from when I was time as a child who had that issue, special care. So he's doing a charity drive, which we can direct you to his GoFundMe. He's Just Giving. Already raised £33,000 over the last few years, and looking at a target of 50,000. He asked if we could just plug it, and I got to be honest, as someone that was a special care baby that wasn't put in ICU but was put in that area where I needed care after birth, it's something I will always promote. So that's one I always like to mention there. 78, not a homer pick there for me, not a bias pick, but yeah, just a charity drive that I always love to appreciate.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's always good to give, and we sim racers are a generous bunch, so I know we can share some dollary dues that way. You know, it's for a good cause, an absolutely great cause, and you know, if you do have anything to spare, you know, I know the times are pressing, but I'm sure that Wayne would appreciate it from the bottom of his heart for every little that you can throw.
Yeah, I have thrown the Just Giving link into the YouTube chat because it is one of those that it's always nice to say. I'll do it for those viewers on Twitch as well. We gotta say hello to Twitch as well. We are live everywhere. Unfortunately, not Mixer. It went away just as we started.
Oh my god! Tell me about it.
Yeah, we don't talk about it, but a few cars out at the moment. We're still waiting for our first pro to set a lap. Trying to see who the first one to set a lap will be, and I think it will be. Oh yeah, it will be Harry Woodhead in that beautiful Raidillon RacingSimRigs car. So he'll be the first one to set a lap. I think he's just starting now. Has he set it? P5. Yes, he had P5. A 2 minutes .35. Julian Kesselhunt goes pole, a 1:59.136 in the Austrian sim racers. Then no one else at the moment from the pros up there with those times at the moment. James Armstrong, a 2 minute .412. Chris Gaines, a 2 minute 9:45.
Julian Kesselhunt just took pole with a 1:59.1. I'll say it anyway. Julian Kesselhunt taking pole position with a 1:59.136. And I never thought I'd say this, but there is a pro Ford.
Yes, Rucker Weejan. Well, again, it's a Manatee driver, and Weejan is driving the Ford. All the Manatees in Fords, a 1:59.823.
I don't know if I should be concerned that he did a 1:59 in that car.
Well, Joshua made a two flat .008. He was 8 thousandths off getting under there, so it's all good. But Oscar Copper in the RSR. I always say his name wrong, and Oscar doesn't. He's set the exact same time on my screen to Christian Furs. Christian Furs.
No, you said it right the first time. It's Christian Furs.
Because the way I pronounce things, it's the way I pronounce things. I see the Z, and for some reason, yeah, it's not a lisp. It's just I'm from the West Country.
Yeah, you're from West Country. You're not from Midlands.
I'm from the West Country, my friend. I go down with a combine harvester.
Oh, do you? I was about to say, did you watch that movie Hot Fuzz? Sure, they gave West Country a bit of a battering.
Harry Woodhead will be the first one to do his final lap. He's just coming around club. What will he get this time? He's second, 1:59.566. We'll wait for everybody else to get by as well. I don't know if anyone's going to. Kesselhunt's gone back, 1:58.970. So anything you can do, I can do just as well. He goes and responds with a blistering time.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Ooh. That must be heartbreaking for him. It's just like, that's a very nice qualifying time. It'd be a shame if I went faster.
Well, can you? But anyway, what else is happening out there at the moment? James Armstrong did a 2-minute 040. Dion Phillips a 2-minute 057. No other pros at the moment. So we've got Ted Bradbury just in the middle of this pro sandwich. Like, the 4 of the top 5 are pros. And then about 7 of the top 10. Sorry, 6 of the top 10 are pros. We gotta just go over the new format, by the way, for those that aren't aware, because last season, I keep saying last season, there were some races, there were two races, some races there were 1. Every race but the Nordschleife this season will be 2 races. Either it'll be 2 30-minute races or a 45 and a 25-minute race. But the key factor here is the reverse grid stays for the second race, but race 2, grid starts. As we say that, Oscar Copper just goes faster again. He goes P2, a 1:59.021.
Well, the top 5 analogy was still correct. I mean, it's Ted Bradbury with a sandwich of pros around him.
In an Audi.
In an Audi, yeah. Wayne Drury in 24th position, and he does not set another lap. I think that's everybody that has set a lap at this stage. So let's go quickly over qualifying results.
Let's do it. We won't go over pro and as. We'll just go straight down for you. You'll be able to see. Julian Kesselhunt was pro, a 1:58.970. Oh, wait, hold on. Hyperpole.
Hyperpole, I forgot. Yeah, sorry. Hyperpole. So it is the...
Yeah.
What is it? I can't even remember.
Even I was listening to them when they were saying, let's go. So Hyperpole, top 6.
Are we sure?
Top 5 pros.
We were at the briefing. It's just like
right. So this is going to be interesting. So it's because it's the top 5 pros, not the amateurs. So you've got Julian Kettelhunt, who was pole, Oscar Copper, who was second, Harry Woodhead, who was third, Rutger Wiegand, who was 5th overall, and then you got down to 9th for James Armstrong. So they will have their hyperpole to go for the fast lap. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Just 5 cars on track.
And then once that's done, we will then take over into results. But as of right now, everything that's 10th down is confirmed. It's locked in.
Well,
so,
hang on. We've got now the top 5 amateurs as well. Don't forget that. So that would be Ted Bradbury, Christian Furs, Stephen Furters, Joshua Meyer, and then I believe that's Harry Wills as well, who is down in 13th fastest. So those 5 will now be going.
Everything 15th down. Everything 15th down is sealed.
These are new times for us as well. We were there, and you know,
we were there, and it's just like even we can't get it right. But I mean, what can we get right? Yeah, let's be brutally honest. What can we get right?
Let's be brutally honest. Everything looks okay when you look on paper, but you don't know it until you get out there. You know what I mean? So
yeah, absolutely.
So top 5 pros will be going out right now. Be warming those tires up again. Shout out to these new teams because we mentioned Manatee. We said about RSR. And of course the Raidillon guys. Let's talk about Julian Kesselhunt racing for Austrian Sim Racers. A new team for us as well. There's a couple of other new teams. There's TCE. You have James Armstrong. He is racing for, and I did check this. I can't remember off the top of my head. Probably not the best one to go for. We've got some MH Designs. We've got Elite Sim Sports. Manatee, Evo Racing, RSR, Team Club Europe, Team RC Car Shop, VRT Black and White, XSRC Year 1 are back again. And like we were saying as well, a whole other list of teams that we did go down. Just to say, but it's great to see so many teams out.
It's great to see the lads. If you're in chat, you can hype your favorite team, who you're supporting this season. I was about to say this year, by the way, as well. I was going to actually have a bit of a cry. I was like,
it just rolls off the tongue, though, doesn't it? Just rolls off the tongue last year, you know?
Yeah. It does. I mean, that's probably because usually in a season, it's usually within a year. Like in F1, it's in a year. You know, WC, it's in a year, kind of.
Oh, WC's not in a year.
Well, kind of. It's in a year and a bit.
It's like Formula E. It's in a year and a bit because they have the first race in the winter, and then they literally go away for 2 months, and then hey, it's January, let's have some more racing. Like,
yeah, they go to sleep for 2 months. They hibernate.
Yeah,
they park.
Welcome to the first week of the season, and they go to sleep.
They park the Formula E's in like a tree somewhere and just go, now, just have a snooze, and then all you can hear from the Formula E's is this, because they're electric.
No, they re. Come on.
Well, they go very silently. They just go.
I will not have you talking bad about my Formula E.
Julian Kessel, not the first driver, but he's being wrapped by Norbert Windholz. Car number 3, currently in first position after his meme lap, and now he's going for a hyper meme lap. Repping Austrian Sim Races, very nice livery actually. I am jelly of how nice that livery looks.
I'm sorry, I like the Harry Woodhead livery.
Yeah, but I mean, like, can you beat this livery?
True. I guess, yeah. I mean, I was getting the sneak peeks as he was that livery was being developed, and I was like, yeah, put some matte on it, put some spec matte on it, and then all of a sudden everything just came alive.
Do you know what it looks like from in the rear? It looks like one of those. It just. It reminds me of something. I can't quite put my finger on. It looks like
the back looks like you're driving down a road. You see,
yeah,
you've got the
yeah. Up towards Raidillon.
I just expect Wile E. Coyote to just go through the car now and just whack into it, and then Roadrunner go meep meep and just drive through the back of it. Anyway, we've got our first lap times about to come in. Harry Woodhead will be driving around here for the hyper pole. What will his first lap be in the hyper pole? It's going to be a 2:00.319. Not fast enough. What about Rocco Wijin? He will come around in the Ford A1 at 59.499. Julian Kesselhunt, is he going to go faster?
He has. He's going to go faster. He has gone a 10th faster with a 1:58.865. So he's actually put himself further ahead. The rest of the drivers, so Rutger Wijden. Oh dear, Wijden. Thank you very much. Oh dear, it's a Ford. It's a Ford Manatee Racing. He is now sitting at a 1:59.499. Where's Tim Matsky? Where's my boy?
Tim is not here this season.
Oh, sad face.
I mean, last season champion Tim Matsky. He did win a sim rig. I mean, what else does he? You know?
Yeah, he doesn't need another. But at least if I will say this, if a Manatee Ford manages to win, I will eat my own hat.
Can somebody clip that on Twitch, please? So we've got that as record.
Yeah, I'll eat my. Well, I mean, it's on YouTube as well. Somebody can just timestamp it.
Yeah, that's true. So there we go. So now, did it have to be a pro? Did it have to be the amateur? Or can it be amateur?
No, if in any class, if a Ford hour. Well, I mean, didn't the Ford win AM last season?
No.
Oh, no. Joshua didn't make it.
Joshua had a few. He had a few zero pointers, and it cost him. So he's out for vengeance this season. I almost said this year again. Take a drink every time we say this year, ladies and gentlemen.
Take a sip. Well, I mean, we have some very weird isms. Rutger did not improve his spot or his time. I did just see, I think it was Armstrong.
Yeah, Armstrong did.
Armstrong did improve his time. Oscar is now second. He's still second with a 1:59.022. He did not improve his time, though. That last lap was actually a bit slower. So we're just...
But here comes the amateurs now. Ted Bradbury will be crossing the line. He goes faster, 1:49.468. He'll start third. Harry Woodhead, we just mentioned as well. Stephen Footers, a 1:59.956. He goes faster. Joshua Mayer, he wants to get under the 2 minutes. A 1:59.490. That puts him fourth. Wow! We have two forwards in fourth and fifth at the front of the field.
And that is indeed everybody, actually. Finally, now at this stage, we got it right. We got something right.
Definitely right this time.
Definitely right this time. Not wrong. Absolutely 100% not fake. So, the hyper laps have finished. Let's go over the results. Julian Kesselhut of Austrian Sim Racers. Absolutely blistering lap with a 1:58.865. Oscar Koper with a 1:59.022, just behind him in a very nice looking BMW Z4 with a 1:59.022. Ted Bradbury with the lap of the gods in amateur 1:59.468, and just behind him is Joshua Mayer with a 1:59.490. Rutger Wygen, thank you, with a 1:59.499. Harry Woodhead with 1:59.566 is good enough for 6th. Christian Furs, by the way, he actually improved. He's up into 7th with a 1:59.689. Stephen Footers with a 1:59.956. And the last of the 1:59s comes from James Armstrong with a 1:59.911. Then we go down into 10th with Dion Phillips with a 2:058. And I'm just going up the ladder. Chris Novak 2:84 in 11th. Archie Forsyth with a 2:225. Harry Wills with a 2:273. Thomas Dandridge with a 2:352. Zachariah Jama with a 2:356. Neil Butler with a 2:374. Jack Roos with a 2:653. Mark Bailey with a 2:767. Then into 19th, 20th. Tobias Junger with a 2:822. Chris Simmons with a 2:823. Chris Daines with a 2:946. Harry Harvey with a 2:01.038 in 22nd position. In 23rd is Ben Smith, the car number 1, with a 2:01.047. Wayne Drury with a 2:01.120. Marius Yankee, welcome back, with a 2:01.196. Chris Hamer, welcome back, with a 2:01.319. Dean Timms with a 2:01.488. Gavin Boyer, welcome, he's a new boy, with a 2:01.529. Tim Shestag with a 2:01.561. Ingo Lapsine with a 2:01.726. Kartsen Neudek with a 2:01.911. Christian Stuckel with a 2:01.968. Simon Dodd with a 2:02, getting to 2:02s now, with a 2:02.049. Denny Sanchez with a 2:02.256, good enough for 34th. In 35th is Matt Heatrick, 2:02.655. Leiden Lee is a 2:02.897 fame with 36th position. Andrea Talowitz with a 2:03.849. Mike Gottrup with a 2:04.231. And the final qualifier, Morten Fernandez with a 2:04.596. Those that did not qualify, you might need to give them to me, Craig.
I will give them to you. So we've got Andrew Miller, who'll be lining up in 40th. Jonas Dreyer in 41st, Taylor Lane 42nd, Callum Beaumont 33, and James Goldstein in 44th. So we've got a 44-car field for 30 minutes around Silverstone. Ooh, that sounds very nice to me. I don't know about you.
Very nice.
Nice. No, I think it's the fast lane. Was it the fast lane or Harry Enfield? Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
So what are we expecting? Well, many people may remember clips from this series on YouTube videos or Twitch highlights. We're not expecting that. We're not expecting that at all. I'd be worried if we were. But starts have been shown before for chaos. But any start in any series on iRacing can be chaos. Let's just put that out there right away. There is a start procedure that when the green flag goes, the green flag is not the green flag. Does that make sense? There is a starting zone that the leader can go whenever he wants in that starting zone. That on this track today at Silverstone is any moment it's any moment on the start straight where the F1 grid starts. So we're talking grid slots for the cars at 21st, at 20, 21st, 22nd. So around there is where you'll be seeing the zones start, and from there up until the start finish line, that is anywhere the leader Kesselhunt can start the pack.
Julian Kesselhunt, his first race in the RSR World Series, and he will be starting the pack off. This is going to be interesting. Look at the amount of cars there are. Genie Mac.
Oh, I see so many manatees. I see so many green cars. It's like white, black, and red at the front, and then there's a sea of green. They're coming around the Val Chicane. This is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. The RSL World Series press day is about to get away once they come around Club from the Val Chicane. Let's see what happens. Remember, we've got to wait now. We've got to wait. Kesselhunt goes. Kesselhunt goes, and now they're going to be shredding. And there's a crash already! Not already! There's chaos at the back! The car's on it! You keep an eye on that at the front. It's still Kesselhunt.
Oh no, the front has gone off.
Kesselhunt's gone. Kesselhunt's gone off. And everything is happening right now. That is Oscar Coppo with the lead. Weijin is up to third. Woodhead into third. Sorry, Weijin into second. What on earth just happened?
There was a car that just went off in the background as well. There's two cars that's gone off in the background. Oh, there's another car getting stuck. Oh, there's cars getting stuck absolutely everywhere. Let's go over gently what had happened at the start. So this is the start as we saw it. Oh dear, we're just gonna have a look at Coper's viewpoint and just look backwards and see what he saw in his rearview mirror. More than likely he gets a clean start, and he's now open to P1, and you can just see the car stepping out of line. The green. Oh, and you can just see the carnage as the racing got underway, and that was the 53 car's own volition. He span, and you just see the sheer amount of cars that Coper had to essentially keep an eye on in his rearview mirror. But now he has to keep an eye on Rutger. I won't go further with his last name. I will get it wrong every time.
Right, literally, Copper is in a battle with two Fords. Meyer might be a second and a half behind him, but he's got the Ford of Weijin right behind him as they hit Stowe. This is where you've just got to make sure you get the right line to get down to the Vale chicane. Copper in the BMW, one of the only BMW drivers. Well, we got Stephen Footers as well out there, but it was one of the only BMWs last season. This season is carrying the RSR name as strongly as he has always been. He will take the first lap. He started second. He is in the lead. Rutger Weijin started fifth. He's now second as these two continue to battle on. We'll get a list of those that are in the pits at the shortly. James Armstrong, Archie Forsyth, and I believe that's Thomas Dandridge as well in the pits for repairs. Meanwhile, the leader, by the way, at the start of that lap, Julian Kesselhunt, it's all the way down in 20th.
He's got a large hill to climb if he is just... Well, there's no points in this race, so at the very least, it won't be damaging to the results when it does get down to brass tacks when the round 1 starts next week. But just look at this. This is a Ford in second place. The car 99 battling with Joshua Mayer behind him. Another Ford, and there is battles going on behind them even. That is Harry Woodhead and Christian Furs of Raidillon TV battling Joshua Mayer for third place. I think Harry Woodhead wants to have a look, and that Ford is falling back. You can see the 2 cars ahead of them going to battle, squaring up. And now we have a gaggle of 3 and then another gaggle of 2 behind the car number 96 of Christian First. That is Christian Novak and Harry Wills looking to see if they can do battle. Harry Wills, by the way, moving away from the Audi R8. He's gone to the Z4, so he's doing a correct decision. But just see how steppy the Ford is as they come down towards...
that Woodhead going side by side, is it? That Woodhead trying to go side by side with Mayer?
He was looking, yeah. I was about to say, is he going to make a move coming into Stowe? But then he'd be under threat coming through Stowe because the Ford, it's a big boy. It's a wide boy. So
this is crucial though, because Mayer's not battling Woodhead per se, because Mayer is an amateur and Woodhead's a pro. But Mayer can't just let Woodhead go because Furs is right behind him. And if he decides, I'm just going to check up and let you go by, he's going to lose the lead of the amateurs. So it's a tough battle at the moment because Chris Dane's just coming out the pits, by the way, because Woodhead needs to get by Mayer to try and catch up to Wygen and Copa, which Copa's now got a 2.5 lead, putting a 1:59.727 in that last lap. And Woodhead's just slightly slower, 0.02 of a second slower than Mayer. So really, he's the same time. He does need to get by.
It would also signal that he is being held up by the Ford, and he also needs to execute and then stick it, because if he executes and doesn't stick it, it'll essentially upset the 3 of them, and then it'll bring the car number 6 and 7. So Harry Wills is now actually ahead of Novak. Christian Novak has fallen down a place. It won't matter too much in this situation, but Harry Wills putting in the rubber, and his Twisted Racing team, I was gonna say it's a very nice livery. It's very striking. I do like it.
It is. Meanwhile, behind, Marius Yankee made a nice move in Brooklyn on Mark Bailey, and now Carsten Newdeck is trying to make the move.
Oh, Mark Bailey going wide, coming through Cops into Maggots and Beckett's. He's under threat from Carsten Newdeck and Julian Kessel. Julian climbing back to 16th position. Man's on a hunt. Man is hunting. This is essentially his territory right now as he's striking down Newdeck, looking to see if he can get on the inside of Newdeck. Now, what happened to Julian Kesselholt, by the way, at the start, was that he did spin of his own volition. I think he just lost control of the car. Make easy pickings for Julian as Carsten Newdeck pulls to one side and does not make another move, and Newdeck is actually under threat from Tim Shestag as he's coming through.
Oh, what a move!
Yeah, what a move.
Coming past Club there.
Yeah, into Club. Yeah, what a great move by him. But, ooh, is that just a bit of a very, very sort of ambitious look on the inside of Mark Bailey as Kesselholt makes up another position attacking Marius Yank. And you can just see how Mark Bailey is having to defend on the inside through, I think that's Farmer's Curve, on towards the Wellington Straight. Side by side they go. And you can just see the defensive line that Mark definitely does want to hold, but he can't, because on the inside of him is Tim in the car number 34, but he can't make the move complete. Oh, he actually did, sorry. Apologies, he actually did make the move complete, coming onto the old part of the circuit. Well, a very nice
move there.
Yeah, that was a very good move. A very nice move, clean move by Tim.
He also cut off. Yeah, he got through. He got through there at Brooklyn, and then was able to just cut the line off there for getting to Luffield. And now Bailey is under pressure from Newdeck. Went a little bit wide coming out of Cops there. And Jurek decides that he has to just hold back a little bit. I want to keep an eye on these battles. By the way, now Kesselhunt's going to get by, we're going to try and get by Marius Yankee. But even with the Ford with a little bit of a bent wing, look at the speed. And now Kesselhunt finally gets by him. So after that spin, he's now up to 13th position. So a good little recovery drive there from Kesselhunt. Of course, it is press day, not official, but up ahead of them. Look at this gaggle up ahead. Simmons wants to make a move on Younger, just can't make it in the Vel chicane. But it's TCE with an X SRC and another X SRC. And there's a nice little gaggle just forming here. The front of the field, by the way, there's a half a second gap now between Wygen and Copper. We're keeping an eye on everything we can. Christian Novak is the third fastest pro, and he's currently 6th overall.
Just a note, by the way, that Tobias Younger coming through Vale, I think. Ooh, he was stepping out quite wide. Then coming onto Farmers, now onto Wellington Straight. He did actually have a good recovery, but much more of that, and he'll be in some serious trouble because it will not spell good news for him. It'll spell very bad news, if I'm being honest, because he'll be stepping out. He'll be trying to negotiate, you know, Jack Roos in front of him and Chris Simmons behind him. You know, he's in a sandwich right now. He's a pro trying to chase down the amateur of Jack Roos, car number 77. Who is his teammate. So, you know, he'd be trying to say, look, please, I'm trying to get by. I have somebody breathing down my neck, and you'll try and do the Fernando is faster than you. Can you confirm you understood this message?
Oh no, I got flashbacks. So we'll keep passing right here.
I think was it at this circuit that happened, or was it at this circuit, or was it at that'll be a question for the chat. When did that occur? Did that occur at Silverstone, or did it occur at Melbourne?
Oh, it wasn't Melbourne. I almost thought it was Hungary.
Oh, it could have been Hungary. Well, if you're an F1 aficionado and you understood what...
Oh, that was close.
Chris Simmons overextending himself just a smidgen as he's coming into club, almost touching the rear end of Tobias Younger, but the brakes held, and credit to him, he when he was thinking that he might have to actually dodge, he did actually move towards the right hand side, so away from, and there he goes, just driving the car a bit too hard. So Chris Simmons unfortunately spinning, coming up towards Farmer's curve, and he's a little bit of a dangerous rejoin coming through, and he's having to battle, he's having to appreciate the wrath of Dean Timms, who, you know, very rightly didn't really expect that level of rejoin. Jonas Geyer coming through, passing, I'm assuming he'll pass Simmons. Yes, Simmons does. No, sorry, that's not Simmons, it's Timms yielding the position. Oscar Koper, by the way, is now, well, he was P1, and he's, look at that Ford. That Ford should not be that fast.
Oh, come on. We love having a bit of fun with the Fords. We got a Ford in second, we got a Ford in third. The battle there for the lead of the amateurs, though, Christian Furz is catching on to Joshua Meyer. Now, I was watching a little bit of a grudge battle between Harry Hales and Joshua around this track a few weeks ago, and the braking on these Fords, you've really got to give it some, and they don't have the brakes like these modern day GT3s. So he's fast on the straight, but when it comes to braking, you can outbrake him, and this is what's happening really. We'll see when they cross the line. First, just see what time he sets when they cross the line. It's going to be, the start finish line is right at the front here. Going to be a 2:minute 4:74, and that was his fastest time. Mayo with a 2:01.4, so he's had a slow lap, and now he's got Furz on his back right now as they hit Village. Again, look at the braking, look at the line he has to take. May have to put a little bit more brake in that corner at Village, around to the loop and into Aintree. Again, look at the sign. Oh, caught the sausage. First caught the sausage there. You can see he's losing a bit of time. Just caught a little bit too much of that inside. And Christian Novak goes ahead of Harry Wills as well behind them.
Ooh, just barely, though. Just barely. Can Harry... Harry is looking on the inside. I know Harry was very calculated in his move there, and I thought that Novak was going to loop himself, but he didn't. And he's definitely pushing the car hard, but Harry Wills giving the beans. He's definitely he's no slouch coming onto the old part of the circuit. He made it done at the end of Wellington, so that was very, very good of him. He made sure that immediately the issue was rectified. In other words, he was back in the top 5.
Right. Julian Kesselhunt finally got past Tobias Younger in the quest to get back in the top 10. Now sending P11. He's got Jack Rose in front of him, who's an amateur driver. Then Ben Smith. And followed by Harry Woodhead. So it'll be interesting to see how long it takes him. But taking this Austrian sim racing Audi around Maggots and Beckett pretty well. You can see that he's more confident on the braking around there. Oh, a little bit of a twitch. A little bit of a twitch there at Chapel. But still there, but he was so confident on the braking and his speed there through Maggots and Beckett's. Will he make a move here at Stowe? He's setting himself up for it. That's going to be a late lunge. I don't think he's got it. He pulls out of it. And look, that ability to pull out of a corner move like that, fantastic. What about the Velsh chicane? He's side by side. I think he's got this move now. Just like that, simply done. And just watch how quickly he'll just pull away now.
Yeah, this is sort of demonstrating how you essentially can, if you have amazing racecraft and you're just super confident with the car. He made up 2 positions in that one lap alone, by the way. 2 positions. He started in first. He fell all the way down to 20th. He's already halfway through the race, and now he's halfway back up again. So we could theoretically see him if he continues with. Well, he won't get. I don't think he'll get all the way back up, but he'll get a lot of the way back up.
He's doing well. You know, P10. Sorry, I'm yawning there. It's been a long day. P10 catching up now with P9 Ben Smith, so he's going to get a good result. Christian Novak, Neil Butler, Harry Woodhead, and Ben Smith. The 4 cars ahead of him are all pros. So, and he's only 5 seconds behind Neil Butler. So there is a chance for him to get in the top 5 for the pros, and maybe the podium for the pros. We'll wait and see.
Marius Yankee at the end of Wellington Straight, just having a bit of an issue. He went wide. I think the car started sliding, and now he's under threat from Tim Scheistag.
Shestag. We're going to make sure we say that right.
Shestag. I apologize. Because if I say any more, it just sounds like I'm saying Scheisse. But
yeah. But yeah, he's having a bit of, he's having a struggle right now. And that damaged wing doesn't look like a lot. Ooh, slide job there from Shestag. And again, but he's going to make the move for Chapel. Can't make it. He can't make it. He's struggling behind this Ford. But now with that damage on the Ford, he should, in theory, have a good run down. But he's had a bad Chapel. He's had a bad exit at Chapel. He's not going to be able to catch up here. And when we saw Kesselhunt catch up before to Yankee with no issues. But Shestag is just struggling. Will he make a move here at the Velsh chicane? That's a brave move. That's a brave move. And he's gone in it late in the braking. They touch and they touch again. But they've kept themselves together. No damage for either of them. That's a brave move there from Shestag. But he's made it stick for the moment. And they've lost a little bit of time with Newadek and Simmons behind them. But now Tim can just go ahead now in the battle. But Yankee will be able to respond. And there's yellow flags. It's the mandatory safety car.
There was a mandatory safety car?
There was a mandatory safety car to check the safety car system. I remembered that. I remembered reading it.
I don't remember that. Is that just for press day, is it?
Just for press day, to check the safety car is working. A mandatory competition caution. As they say in America, a mandatory competition caution's come out right now.
Wait, they actually do say that? Well, you're the aficionado for American sports. You need to let us know.
Literally, because right now in NASCAR there is no practice. You turn up, you're already given your grid position. You just turn up and race. So because they don't have any practice to check if everything's okay with the car, literally after 20 laps, they have a competition caution that everyone can then go down into the pit lanes to check their cars. But this is not that type of thing. This is just to check the safety car. For those that remember last season, the safety car played an important role at Watkins Glen.
It did.
For more than one reason. Because let's explain this for a moment. So,
I'll let you do that.
Watkins Glen came. Now, everyone knows how bad the S's can be. It was said, if there is an accident at the S's lap 1, there will be a safety car. We didn't get to the S's, and Neil Butler was on his roof. So the safety car came out, and then the key thing with that was Linus Tech now won the race because he didn't have to pit. While fuel saving behind the safety car, he skipped the chicane.
He got a
lost
penalty.
his victory.
Yeah, he got a penalty.
Lost his victory.
It's the equivalent of Lewis Hamilton getting a penalty. Yeah, like he was there, and then he wasn't there. So the safety car has just passed the lead car of Oscar Coper. So now this will punch up the field once again. I'm assuming it'll be there for 3 laps. I'm hoping. Now they can signal that the safety car will come in, so I'm hoping that it'll allow them to do that, because you know, when some of the races that I have race controlled, it actually didn't. It forbade us from telling the safety car to come in. So essentially, we were at the mercy of the safety car, and it was just like, nah, I'm gonna stay out here and do some more pace laps. I'm sorry.
Really? That's yeah. Sorry, I'm just laughing at your American accent. Right. Anyway, so
you get 1 additional tire for this race. You need to make them last. We can't go on with burnt rubber.
Well, I just want to say, as an aficionado of oval racing, I would love tire limits to be brought in to road racing.
Tire limits in road racing, they do exist, but the limit is essentially high enough that you can ignore it.
So the funny thing was, in NASCAR we had the Charlotte Roval over the week, and for the NIS race, which is half distance of the real races, they gave us 3 sets of tires. Everyone knows when you do road racing on NASCAR, you go halfway, you pit, you change your tires, you add fuel, you go on. There was one guy that decided, I'm going to 2-stop. He pitted early, and then when everyone started doing their regular stops, he just goes, oh, no one else is 2-stopping. Oh, I'm doomed. Could have won the race if he single-stopped.
Yeah, 8 sets for the 12 hours it spun. They only used 3 sets, yeah. I found that to be the thing as well, is that and with the road cars, the conditions are so changeable. It's not like with oval where you just eat rubber. You'd know, Craig would know about this more than I do, but from my own experience is that the ovals, they eat a lot more rubber. Like
they do. And it's noticeable. The thing is, with oval, it's noticeable because of the stress you're putting on the tires. So it's really fun to look at it like that. You don't get the same feeling with road racing. I mean, the only thing was if you are racing in a 55 Celsius track temp, you know, Road America start a while about this year was variable changes of temperatures, and it was just a case of you could tell when you're in a hot spot and when you're in a cold spot. With oval racing and the tires on stock cars, it's very different. It's very different and hard to control.
A shout out to RSR Esport, by the way, the official RSR Esport YouTube channel, for checking in with us. It's they're discussing that if you can justify the loss of the 30-second tire change and the advantage that you would gain from changing the tires, it'd be worth it. And you know, for most series, it's actually more beneficial to double stint because that's what everybody does around you anyway. And also, you know, the tire wear wouldn't be enough to justify you know, taking the tires. Like if you're in a race, like let's say for instance ILMS, you'd never dream of taking tires. No, that's the thing. Like these sprint races, you don't take tires, but when it comes to endurance races,
you have to take tires, and that's the difference with the NASCAR and the oval racing. Because of that, you have to.
Was it a single file restart, by the way?
I believe they do single file restart because there is no system in place for road racing.
No, you can actually specify if it's a single or double. It follows the NASCAR way of doing. Like, you can specify if it's a single or an oval. I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to tell. I am just trying.
I can't tell. It's hard to say. It's hard to tell. If it was double filed, they would be going too wide when it's one to go.
Now, the race control has stated that the pace car will be in this lap. You can see on board with Oscar T. Coper, the lights are off on that pace car, so it'll come in. We will have 6 minutes.
Oh, this is going to be a good little race then at the end, isn't it? 6 minutes?
Yeah, well, I mean, it'll be more like 5 minutes. It's 6 minutes on the clock now, so with their current pace, it'll be about 3 laps. Yeah, 3 laps.
Yeah, 3 laps. 3 laps, yeah.
Oscar, of course, getting his tires warmed up. He's getting his tires warmed up. Just to get out there and put some more laps. I can't do it for long.
Not only that, I think you've got to look at it as well. You've also got to heat your brakes up. Nowadays, with the new, I don't know if you've noticed it with the new cars, the Dallara LMP2, the Corvette GTE, you can see your brake temperatures as well as your tire stats, and it's really interesting to see like how cold those brakes are when you start. And you always look at the F1 drivers when they get onto the grid stalls, and the tires are smoking after they've done the formation lap. So that's one of the things when I start doing the road racing. You just hit the brake, you hit the brake, you hit the brake. So you can see Oscar's now doing it. He's probably heard me. Hi, Oscar. Flash if you're hearing me. Just if you're listening in, flash your lights. But you know, hit the brakes. Just keep those brake pads warmed up. So you're not going to be hitting any braking zone in these GT3s until you get to around Village, because you'll be lifting
in and around Village. Yeah. I mean, you can touch the brakes, but essentially you're making sure that your brakes are primed going down the straight. You're not going to be able to get a lot of temperature into them, but you can just see what Oscar is having to deal with behind him. He's got a mass line of cars ready and waiting to start going.
You can't see past the Fords though.
Yeah, the big chunky boys.
You see the Fords and it's like, I'm in danger.
You're in danger.
I could go with other analogies, but I won't. I think you know where I'm going.
We're just going past Stowe. I thought the pace car was about to do its own set of donuts or whatever, its own warming up the tires, because it did a swerve and then it went into the pits. Single file restart for this time. 4 minutes left on the clock, so we're actually out by a minute. Well, probably even a little bit more than that. The green flag will not wave until until now. Yes, green flag has just waved, and off they go.
Oh, there is a. I can look at that lead. That's Christian Novak has jumped everybody. With that. What a jump! And there is no rules about the way you do that. So Copa is now on the attack now. Everything looks pretty safe behind them. Copa wants to make a move at the moment. That's Neil Butler going side by side with Harry Woodhead into Village. Woodhead takes the position, but Butler responds through the loop, and they're going to be going side by side. I want to keep an eye on this side by side, but I've also got them in the front. Woodhead's hit the grass, so he's going to be losing time. Now, what can Oscar do? He does have a little bit of the slipstream. He does have that draft of this in America. He's going to pull to the side. He makes the move. Has he gone in with too much speed?
No.
Holds it. He's held it. Brilliant. What about Novak? What can he do if they come through Woodcock? Sorry, into Woodcock. No, he's fine.
That entire loop is Luffield, isn't it?
Luffield, it's the first corner is Brooklands, and that entire loop is Luffield. Hang on, Wygen now wants to make a move. They're going to go side by side, and they'll start finish straight into Cops. Wygen makes the move, so that little jump from Novak hasn't paid off as much, but a great start. Don't tell me they're going side by side into Maggot. This could be interesting. The inside is Wygen. Novak, he had to brake. Novak had to brake. Could not make that, and now he's on the fire from the amateurs. Meyer Furz, Wills, all those three, they want their own little action right now.
Meyer and Furz, as you said, and then Harry Wills unfortunately drew the short end of the stick because he's actually touching his brakes. What's going on? Oh, he's had a slowdown. He's had a slowdown.
Not where you want it. Not where you want it, especially when you've been doing pace. You've been doing pace laps. That will get your average speed up. Maya's trying to catch on to Novak, but Maya's a smart one. He knows he doesn't need to do this, so he will just not be too aggressive on the back of that pro. He doesn't need to. He just needs to make sure he keeps a speed that allows him to be competitive against the amateurs he's racing with, but not interfering with Novak's race. But the battle is at the front. Harry Woodhead pitted. Not sure what that was all about. Maybe keep an eye on that, but the gap at the front is 0.6 of a second between Wygen and Copa. It's about the same, and Novak behind them. So these three, for this is the final lap, I believe, will be battling it out.
Just to note that they towed, so it was an incident at the start of this race. So we're just at the start here, looking at Harry Woodhead. Let's see what happened to him. He was actually in, I think that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think he was in 10th position when the landing started into the final bit of this race, in the first race even. And this is what happened. You could just hear Harry Wills hitting the rear end of Christian Furz. Wasn't able to get away as effectively as he wanted, and this is car number 4, Harry Woodhead, coming through. Just trying to see. Ooh, on the inside goes the car number 3, car number 16, having to go wide, coming through Village. And Genie, I've no idea what's what wrong actually. He's side by side with car number 9, car in 9th position. That was the Austrian sim racer of Julian Kesselhut. Oh, it's the car number 1 on the inside that just puts him around. Well, and he tows.
This battle between Copper and Wygen has come to the Vel chicane and through Club. Race 1 of the press day will go to Oscar Cooper in the RSR BMW, and he will take that with Wygen behind him. Novak will take 3rd. Joshua Mayer wins another race in the amateurs in the Ford, with Christian Furz behind him, and Julian Kesselhut made up so many spots. He's P4 in the pros with Neil Butler behind him, and then Harry Wills will take 3rd in the amateurs, and Tim Shestag made up 20 spots to finish 9th overall. Wow, what a result for Tim.
23. That is the number I've drawn, by the way.
The number is 23.
23 as in, like, for the reverse grid.
I have told everybody. Type. Right, so I think everybody has crossed the line, so let's quickly go over it and we'll tell you the cutoff line. That'll be the best thing. You did it. You did it first time. My turn.
It is now your turn.
Oscar Copa takes the win overall with Rucker Wygen in P2 and Christian Novak in P3. Joshua Meyer is P4, but crucially, winner of the amateurs with Christian Furz second in the amateurs behind him. Julian Kesselhut started pole, had a bit of a spin, recovered to 6th overall, but takes 4th in the pros. Then Neil Butler, another pro, and Harry Wills in 8th, rounds off the amateur podium. Tim Shestag, we mentioned, made up 20 spots, will come 9th, and Ben Smith 10th. Tobias Younger will take 11th, and Marius Yankee will take 12th. Andrew Miller will be 13th, with Ted Bradbury in 14th. Then Chris Simmons 15th, Carson Nudek 16th, Mark Bailey 17th, Zachariah Yama 18th, Christian Stockel 19th, Matt Heatrick 20th, Callum Beaumont 21st, Wayne Jury 22nd, and James Goldstein has the lucky one because he's 23rd, which means he'll be starting pole for the grid starts. Then it's Lyndon Lee in 24th, Jack Rouse in 23rd, Danny Sanchez 24th, Mike Gotrop 25th, Andrea Talowitz, 26th. Christian Stockel, 27th. Matt Heatrick, 28th. Harry Harvey, 29th. Morton Philandus, 30th. Chris Hamer will go 31st with a very beaten up car. And then the next few cars are a lap down. Stephen Fuertes, 32nd. Harry Woodhead, 33rd. Simon Dodd, 34th. Jonas Dreyer, 35th. Dean Tins finished 2 laps down in 36th. Ingo Lapsian, 4 laps down in 37th. Dion Phillips, 7 laps down in 38th. Taylor Lane, 8 laps down in 39th, as was James Armstrong in 40th. And then the first lap retirees, Chris Daines, Thomas Dandridge, Archie Forsyth, and Gavin Boyett did not take the start? Yes, did not take the start.
So we're going to have an intermission while we wait for the second session to load up. What did you think of that first race, Craig?
Very interesting. After we all said, well, we're not going to have a bad start, we had a bad start, so I can't really say much about that, but there was some good action all the way. It was nice to watch Kesselheim make the run through the field after the spin. Really redeemed themselves. Of course, the safety car kind of did help, but it's press day at the end of the day. So really did show off the pace there. It was nice to see the Fords dominate Weichen. In that Ford was fantastic. Just showing off his pace there. Ostakopa as well, the RSR, he had a lot of experience last year. Some great. There is a video somewhere, RSR will probably point it out, a great video of him battling 3 wide with Adam Christo and Linus Tegnow last season at Suzuka. So he's already proven his worth, and I think this time he wants some podiums and he wants some victories, and he is proving it. And of course, the amateurs, usual suspects. It's Joshua Mayer once again. Joshua Mayer just dominating, and I'm loving this slow-mo, by the way. Loving that replay.
On board with Christian first, looking backwards. I think he's glad to see that he managed to avoid it, and I think that was the car 80 something as he blinked. Well, I think the session is actually ended. Oh no, there we go. We're just waiting right now for the next session to go up. You just see the smoke. That is the smoke from the car of the car 53 having a bit of a spin as he looped around. Oh, you can just see Julian Kessel, his car having a bit of a backing up onto the track. Just see the cars going around him. Beep, beep, beep.
Stand clear. Vehicle reversing.
But at the very least, he did get back up to 6th after diving all the way down to 20th. He just played on hard mode,
You've got to give yourself a little bit of fun, a little bit of excitement. I mean, the reverse grid. Now, you always remember the numbers. It's from 10th onward. No, it's from 15th onwards, isn't it? The reverse grid RNG is 15th onto whatever half of the field is.
Is it?
I can't remember.
Neither can I.
You hit the button. You hit the button. Last season I made a bit of a joke, because if anyone remembers the national lottery in the UK in the 90s, there was always, and the balls have been chosen by David this week, and he had chosen ball set number 7 and used the machine Lancelot. And it's just like, yeah. No, we just hit a button.
This is like, what the hell? What information is this good for? Maybe you can include it as a subtitle at the end. But
no, it was superstitions, because you remember Mystic Meg. Again, this is a fortune teller, like a horoscope person that was popular in the 90s in Britain. Mystic Meg, and they had her come on and give out these really random facts about how, Lancelot has proven that it has produced 7 winners over its last 6 performances. And the Bulls number 2, they just fall in the right favor if your name begins in an A. And it's like, no! No,
That just
British.
sounds like they just got a fortune teller to read out the numbers in a very weird and
Exactly.
trippy way.
If you've never seen Mystic Meg, wow. Okay, yeah, no. If anyone has some free time, Mystic Meg. Just wow. I don't even. You've never seen Mystic Meg, have you?
No, not at all.
I think that's a good thing.
It just sounds very creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. She had a weird bowl cut hair. No, bowl. BOWL. Cot.
I thought you said a bow cut.
Bow cut. Yeah. She cut her hair into a bow tie. Yeah. But just waiting for the session to go. By the way, don't forget to check out our Discord.
Links are in the description.
Yeah, we post memes.
Well, I posted a meme about 4 months ago. I need to post another meme. Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Posted a meme. Yeah, after a charity race, you posted a meme. But no, we will be.
Ka-chow.
If you don't know when we're going live, it will tell you when we're going live. But if you follow us on YouTube, we have all of our schedule down pretty much on YouTube. The ILMS broadcast we do every Friday night. The ILMS broadcast, the official top split for iRacing, and then on a Sunday night, the Fanatec GT Challenge, GT1s, and then every now and then we have the we have the ERO Endurance Championship, and Jack Roos is promoted to pole. Okay.
I still can't get over how good this skin looks. By the way, the RSR Esports skin. It's just it gets me up in the morning. It's like coffee.
I mean, I've yet to do my traditional look at the car liveries, but I'm just saying, no red Ferraris. Love it.
You really had a hard on for that as well, didn't you? You were just like, I need no red Ferraris in my race.
I've got no issues with red Ferraris. There's just too many on iRacing. That's my gripe. Okay, I haven't got an issue with red Ferraris in the real world. It's just too many drivers on iRacing decide, you know what can I come up with for a Ferrari? Oh, just make it red. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you can't be too harsh on it. It's a red Ferrari. Look, that's its traditional color.
But it isn't, though, because what is a more popular color for a Ferrari in the real world? Not racing, but just it's Modena yellow.
Hang on.
I'm sorry, I would have a yellow Ferrari than a red Ferrari. Maybe even black.
Okay, so apparently I'm wrong. The yellow is the true color. It is the true color of Ferrari, but it's not what they've adopted in the modern world, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but you can't look at Ferrari the race team and say that would be like saying that Aston Martin has to be green all the time. It doesn't. It doesn't. Do you know what I mean? Jaguar has to be green.
Hang on, let me put something in memes that'll oof your peanuts.
What are we doing? Well, what are you putting in memes? What is that?
A matte red Ferrari 458. That looks exceptionally spectacular.
I love matte, but it's red. I love matte, but it's red.
He's so conflicted. He's so conflicted.
Nothing better than a matte livery. Yeah, just a matte paint scheme, full stop. If you said to me that I could have Macara metallic or matte, give me the matte any day.
It just sounds like you're having an ultimatum with yourself. It just sounds like it's matte, but it's red. It's matte, but it's red. It's matte, but it's red. Oh no.
It's like the Dragon Ball Bridged movie about Broly. He's so cool, but he's so dumb. But he's so cool, but he's so dumb. Literally my internal struggle every day. No. That's a nice livery. That's a nice paint scheme on that car, because it's matte. Like, matte rules everything. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I told them when they made the Raidillon TV car, could you try getting the black in spec map, and then literally everything just pops. The red's in chrome, the black's in matte, and I'm like, I love you.
It's like it's like the 911 RSR.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
So, what do we have any motorsport news, by the way? Like anything in motorsport?
I mean, I could tell you about the Formula E that Nissan are keeping their same lineup from last season. A few other things in Formula 2, some Formula 3 drivers moving up to Formula 2 to finish the season because Formula 3 is over. But I think the most important thing is this weekend we have to pour one out for the Holden because it's Bathurst this weekend and we say goodbye to Holden. And I don't know if I'm ready.
The Holden Commodores, the last roar over the hill, never to be seen again.
I'm not ready, Rob. I'm not ready.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
I try to wake up to watch the Bathurst 1000, and every time I wake up, it's like the last 10 laps, and I'm like, God dang it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you still get to see you still get to see the rest of it.
I mean, who was it a few years ago in the... Oh, was it Hinch? No, not Hinch. One of them had a fuel... was literally, like, for some reason, I love fuel battles. Like, one of my favorite NASCAR races, when where 3 cars ran out of fuel on the last lap. And you think, he's going to do it? No, he's out of fuel! But, like, literally, was it Montserrat? One of the guys was running... Winkelholt was running low on fuel. And the best thing is you can hit... is in Australia, you hear their radios. So literally, you're saying, you're gonna be short on fuel. You gotta come in. You're gonna be short on fuel. Can you confirm? And they were saying this to him for 3 laps before he finally hit the button, saying, "Yeah, I heard you." It's like, you just wasted 3 laps. Why didn't you pit for fuel?
I think he was more just like, I'm not gonna pit for fuel, Lamau.
He was leading. It wasn't even like he could save fuel behind somebody. He was leading. And he ran out of fuel.
Technically, you could save fuel, when you're coming down the hill towards the pizza chicane. And the reason why I called it a pizza chicane, because if you look at it and if you draw like a line from where the right turn happens, you draw a line straight to the next corner, it looks like a pizza. It's in the shape of a pizza slice. I know it's not the actual corner name. Don't murder me.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to. Yeah.
Get your pitchforks out, lads. I've done an oops.
Yep, I'm putting my pitchfork down. Don't worry.
Very slowly put the pitchfork down. Just to say again, guys. If you like what you see, we're just getting ready for race dos. And dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. We're just waiting for the session. Oh, the session is actually up. It's been up for a minute.
I was trying to say, but we were just having a bit of fun. So that will be going live.
It's gone live already.
It is going live already. What are you expecting? Because let's be honest, first time we had a grid start was a mistake, and now this is for real. This is no mistake. This is the real deal.
It actually turned out to be really entertaining. I'm not gonna lie.
It was, and again, one of the things as well was Adam Christo, who is in the series this year, but this season, he's not here tonight. A bit busy, real world racer and all. Unfortunately, for the second year in a row, I don't like saying it, and I'm saying it mainly because I know he's not here. Second year in a row, his car did crash out of the Nürburgring 24, and he didn't get a chance to drive for the second year in a row. So, yeah, a bit of a shame. He will be here, but he had a nice clip that was posted on some of the Twitch highlights videos of his fantastic start, and then he actually made the thumbnail of one of them because 2 cars spun in front of him and he called them the Vettels, which I thought was quite funny.
Just now, 26 cars in reverse. or 23 cars in reverse. I am holding my prayer book. It's going to be.
And the worst thing is, we can't see the lights go green, or we can't see the light countdown, can we? We only see when it goes green. That'll be interesting. iRacing, can we have that, please? I'd like to see that. Just let us have that. You know what I mean? Also, this intermission stream, for anyone not knowing, one of the clips in this intermission was from one of these races. Can you guess which one?
Can you guess which one? I think it's very obvious.
It's very obvious. just look for the chaotic start, and then you'll find it.
You've got to search for the hero inside yourself.
Oh, well, why didn't we go with that at the time?
Search
why didn't we go
for
with
the
that?
things that you hide.
Welcome to Raidillon TV. We are professional.
I think the second we started doing this thing, it's not been professional whatsoever.
No, but we've got 20 odd people watching us. Thank you very much for watching us, even though we're just having some downtime waiting for the next race to start. It's you know, have some fun every now and then. You know, we'll be serious when we have to be serious.
I can hear the engines. Here we go.
This is going to be fantastic. So, I mean, thanks to the magic of racing, I can tell you that Jack Russ will be pole, Lyndon Lee, James Goldstein, Wayne Jury, Callum Beaumont, Matt Heatrick, Christian Stockel, Zachariah Jammer, Mark Bailey, Carsten Newerdeck, Chris Simmons, Ted Bradbury, Andrew Miller, Marius Yankee, Tobias Younger, Ben Smith, Tim Shestag, Harry Wills, Neil Butler, Julian Kesselhunt, Christian Furs, Joshua Meyer, Christian Novak, Rucker Weichin, Oscar Copper. They're the 20 odd that will be reversed. Poor Harry Harvey will be the first car not to be reversed, followed by Morton Fernandez, Danny Sanchez, Mike Gotrop, Andrea Talowitz, Stephen Furters, Chris Hamer, Harry Woodhead, Simon Dodd, Jonas Dreyer, Dean Timms, Ingo Lapsian, Dion Phillips, Taylor Lane, James Armstrong, Chris Daines, Thomas Dandridge, Archie Forsyth, and Gavin Boyett, if he is still there. I thought I'd just say that because we won't have time to go through the grid, because we can't see the grid right now until they go for the race, and by that time they'll be gridding. So
I wonder if it's fixed, actually. Let me just double check. No.
Nope.
Neither of them are fixed. Yay.
Just a massive screen. Here's your grid. We don't know.
Welcome to Raidillon TV, the source of all entertainment and jokes and comedy.
Ding dong. We apologise for the following issue with the Raidillon TV grid. A replacement bus service has been put up for you. We apologise once again.
Replacement grid service.
Oh, grid service. Oh, that's good. You know, I don't know why I use one of the weirdest analogies to describe a setup, a fixed setup on Monday, because I said that the setup tempted you with a good time, but if you put the foot down too hard, it would kick you in the balls. I don't know why.
That is not a good analogy, if I'm being honest. That's a bad analogy.
I said, this setup, it tempts you with a good time coming around the corner, but the moment you want to put the foot down because you think you've got the grip, it kicks you in the balls and you spin. I thought it was good at the time.
Goodness gracious me.
I know. Was that two cars just starting? Oh, Chris Hamer and Matt Heatrick are just... Oh, Matt Heatrick's absolutely mangled at the back. Don't know what happened there. Are they practicing starts? This is what I want to know. Just there at the exit of Copse. And there are people that do need to practice because it's not. Yeah, they're doing their little practices right there. It is one of these things that you don't get a lot of in many series, and I think that's what everyone's now doing. The runoff, not Copse. Sorry, that is the start-finish line. Am I right? No, it is Copse.
It is Copse.
So, but yes, it will be interesting to see. Because have you ever done a grid start before?
I have done a grid start, yeah.
Oh wow! Okay. Wow, talk me through it.
Pray. Pray you get off the line quickly.
Okay, so I'm gonna be here right now with I'm holding in my hand, and you can hear because I'll go. So you know it's a Fanatec with magnetic shifters, which means it's also got dual clutch. So some of these drivers might have a system like this, where you will have both clutches engaged, and you've got to work out the right biting point. You can work that out with these things, but then you will rev up with both of these pedals pressed down. Once you see green, you will lift one of them off, and then just as the car starts throttling, you take the second one off. And it's the timing and getting the ability to understand how you do that and tweaking how much clutch you need. That's what some guys will be doing. Others, just one clutch, probably a clutch pedal down on their pedals. And they'll just hit that and just go. Others might not feel confident with that, and they'll just go, just wait for green and just bang it in first and go. So it all depends, and you know, each one will work to each person's desire and how they want to run. But the dual system, if you can get it right, I've seen so many streamers and so many racers that just get off right away with a good start because of these dual clutch systems, which are banned in F1, by the way, and you can see why.
OP as all hell.
OP. The checkered flag is dropped for practice, which means it's grid time. And oh boy, how do you fit 44 cars at Silverstone on a grid start? Some of them are starting around club. Oh dear.
I mean, it'll be easier for them because they'll be limited by the speed of the corner.
Yeah, well, we got 36. Is that right? 36. Only 36 in here. So, shall wait and see. Like we said, Jack Rios will take the pole position.
I thought you said position.
I know. Shout out to the XSRC team, by the way. I love their livery. How right in the back they've got what looks to be logos for special events they've won. So it looks like there's a 12 hours there, a 24 hour.
And somebody went before the green and rear-ended another individual. That's going to be a black flag for them going into the... And look at the carnage that we're seeing. 36 cars on the main straight. Oh, no. Car 22 is spun. Oh, no. Although they've made it through.
4 wide! 4 wide! It's a no! Newer deck spun going into village. There's more spinning into village. And it's self... Hold on! Newer deck's been hit. Nowhere for that driver to go. Who was that? He was hit by...
Oh, the 89's gone. Oh, and it's...
No!
Oscar Coper. No. Oscar Coper is now a victim. Oh, dear.
Jocko just got flipped. Nowhere to go. There was a car in front of him. That was Christian Novak that was literally down. Beside him was Stephen Furters. And that was the VRS car of Lyndon Lee. Nowhere to go. And 3 cars squeezing into one little gap. And one flips over and everyone else is down. I kind of lost who's where and what at the moment. But Jack Russ has a 2-second lead over everybody. Tobias Younger, who started 12th, is now in P2.
Oh, dear. So we're looking at Oscar T. Coper as he's coming through the field. And, just getting squeezed out of it. Oh, that was a Raidillon TV car. It's making me sad now.
Well, Callum Beaumont's got a lot of wing damage.
Oh, the 89 just striking Oscar. Oh, and he just struck. That is Josh Mayer. Oh my God. Poor Oscar. Getting struck by 3 cars before he even finished half the lap.
Oh, we've got more car. Oh, we've got another car off. That is Newdeck that's just parked the car. Oh, he's had to slow down. He lost the car there. We had another car go off as well. That looks like... Who is that? That's Matt Heatrick. What's happened to Matt Heatrick? Had he lost it himself? Lost it through maggots. Yes. Oh, he's gone too hot.
This is the reverse grid race. Yes, Tim. And welcome, by the way. Pleasure to have you.
Yes, Tim. Good evening, Tim. Current champion. Like I said, Tobias Younger. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here on our end. Hello?
Hello. Oh, everyone's blinking now.
Not from my end.
Interesting. Okay. Yep. I got nobody. What's going on?
You've got nobody? Oh. Well, sad times.
Now we've got people. Oh, I'm on replay. No wonder why. Whoops.
We've got 2. Okay, so we have Archie Forsyth in the pits. Thomas Standridge. We've got another car in the pits. So people are leaving, so it's getting there. I mean, to be fair to the RSR guy, there was nothing he could have done. He got whacked. Whack-a-mole.
Oh, Tim Shestag didn't realize you had to close iRacing to get into the second race. Because it's a random generated grid slot for the reverse grid. It's not done in 2 heats like it is normally. So that is the difference. Jack Roster 1.3 seconds ahead of Tobias Younger now, who started, like we said, started in 12th and is now P2. Harry Wills behind him, looking to make a move, and he will, going up into Stowe. The BMW there, there's a lot of sunset there, a lot of sun in my eyes. Does take the position from Younger. Great move there. And it's all at Am-Pro at the moment, so no real battles going on apart from Marius Yankee, Andrew Miller. Marius Yankee is way up ahead but lost a bit of time. Yeah, Miller, Furtz, Yankee, 3 amateurs all battling out, but they're quite a bit away at the moment. So at the front of the field we need to keep our eyes on.
So, it is Jack Roos and Harry Wills, Tobias Younger, Ted Bradbury, Neil Butler are your top 5. It is 3 amateurs and 2 pros, and they are forming a gaggle.
So just to run down what Rucker Wyjin, Christian Novak, Carsten Newdeck, and Archie Forsyth and Joshua Meyer have all retired and are out of the sim. Keeping our eyes on these battles. Tobias Younger trying to catch up. I'll tell you what, this BMW of Harry Wills has got some speed. It's always a dark horse to BMW, and it really is proving its worth today. And oh, Ted Bradbury almost goes into the back of Younger. That's going to be interesting. That's the Vern Racing Team card there, trying to catch on. Again, but he's trying to get by a pro of Tobias Younger. He's just unable to at the moment. And this will bring Neil Butler and Chris Simmons into the battle. When you think about it, these two are going to be holding on. And if Bradbury can get by Younger, then Younger's in trouble.
This is the ball.
Oh no!
Oh, there goes his engine. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Now, I gotta be honest. They're side by side, right?
Yeah, that is... We're looking at Tobias Younger's perspective. I think that was... Oh, it was. The XRC guy was on the outside, and he did close the door on him. I mean... It is...
Yeah.
It is unfortunately on Tobias in that case. Yeah, there's no room for the poor guy on the inside.
But there's no room for too wide.
Well, no, there is room, but not that close.
But anyway, so Roos Wills, Bradbury. The top three are all amateurs. Neil Butler is now leading the pros. He wants to try and make a push on here. He's got Chris Simmons behind him. Then Andrew Miller and Christian First behind them, but they're quite a way away. That's a battle for P4 and 5 in the amateurs. A very amateur-heavy field, as you'd expect. A quick shout-out, though, to... No, that's in P9. Yes, that's Chris Danes. A little bit banged up there. Oh, no, it's my camera angles. But Chris Danes made up 25 places at the moment, and it's P9 overall.
What, Marius Yank?
No, Chris Danes.
He's P8 now.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, he made up 25 places.
I'm only pulling your leg. I'm only pulling your leg. And
but Chris Danes is P3 in the pros, by the way, because of that.
Well, I mean, Oscar Coper is in the pits, as is a lot of the field. Where is the...
Oscar Coper's out, by the way. He is a lap down, but he is out. Christian Stockel also out driving.
Where is Julian... what's his last name? I'm trying to think. Oh, I've forgotten it now. I don't think he's even in the race.
Yeah.
I don't think he joined the second session. I don't think he was actually aware that there was a second session.
Oh, what's happened to Jack Rouse? What's happened to Jack Rouse? We've missed that. The leader has gone off. Has he lost a couple spots here? Oh, he lost one. He lost one there to... Yeah, he lost the lead going into Luffield, and then he lost P3, and that's a blinking Harry Wills as he went by. So now it's Wills, Bradbury, and Rouse. Neil Butler catching up behind them now. Butler's in a battle himself. It's going to be hard for these guys because they're all bunched up at the moment. But these pros will want to try and get through them if they need to. It'll be interesting to see. But this is the battle at the moment. We'll try and keep an eye out around the rest of the field because there is a massive gaggle of 5 cars. There's been an accident. There's been an accident at the back. 3 cars taken out. Now that is Jonas Dreyer, Lyndon Lynn, and Danny Sanchez all taken out there. Looks like Farm Curve. Yeah, looks like that was Lee just taking a bit too much speed. Goes into the back of Sanchez, and they collect to Jonas Dreyer there. As he tried to get around. Yep, all collected there. The Raidillon TV car is in a bit of damage now.
Just having a look through, coming through. Oh, just... Oh, and the Raidillon TV car... So
That's
unfortunate. Jonas Dreyer.
Toad.
Poor Jonas Dreyer. There's nothing that... He was trying to avoid it, and then the car just came back and whacked him. So he's unfortunately drew the very short end of the stick, but it's unfortunate. It does happen, though.
Yeah, just caught that as we were going. Nice little shot there. I just saw of a few cars just weaving around. Trying to keep an eye on everywhere around the field at the moment. Simon Dodd having a bit of a slow moment through Cops and then into Maggots. James Armstrong will overtake him.
He might have a slowdown, actually.
18th and 19th. Well, do you think he'll have a slowdown for that? He might be able to serve it through here, though. We'll wait and see. I think he's fine. Yeah.
Well, he was very slow coming towards Maggots, so I was under the assumption he had to serve a slowdown.
Yeah, maybe. Not very much happening. They're little groups at the moment. These leaders are in a little group. Wills and Bradbury on their own at the moment.
And then a group of 3 behind them with Roos, Butler, and Simmons.
Oh, Andrew Miller's had a spin. Andrew Miller has gone off. He has gone off coming out of the start onto the start-finish line. And he's hit the sausages. Hit the sausages, and now he's sitting down in P11. Just took too much of that inside curb, and that cost him.
Oh, that's a big jump from those sausage curves. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be hitting those. Otherwise, that'll happen to your wee little car where it just goes, uh-oh. I'm airborne now. I have no grip.
No grip? Wow. Unfortunately, welcome to racing. There's never going to be grip everywhere, but especially if you go in the air. Looking at any cars, not a lot of damage at the front cars at the moment. Ted Bradbury trying to make a move on Harry Wills into Maggott and Beckett. Nowhere to go. At a better line though, but he's gone a bit too hard into Maggott and out of Beckett. He's had to put a bit more brake on. And less brake there compared to the Wills as they come over through Chapel. Onto the straight, the gap is 0.3 of a second. Bradbury's not taking the slipstream. Wills is giving the old shake and bake at the moment. There's no toe for Bradbury. Won't be able to make a move down there. 18 minutes to go. Bit of a slide jump for Bradbury, taking too much of the grass. And he has spun around. Rouse has got to get by. He's got to be careful where he goes. Oh, he can't go anywhere. He can't go anywhere. He can't go anywhere. Get there finally. Loses a lot of time there. And that was P2. And he has gone off now.
To P6.
To P6, yeah.
Dean Timms. He's got his Timms on. Trying to get away from car 49. Simon Dodd in 16th position. This is a battle for 15 between two amateurs. Two teammates, actually. As they chase
Look
down.
Look at the back of that car.
What happened to it?
Tim's car. I think that was from the start of the race.
Ooh, she damaged. She bent in. She's got damage. Can we Phil Swift it?
Yes. Yeah, we can.
Can we get the flex tape on that?
I think we can. I think we can get flex tape on that.
It's always spray paint, you know. That always works.
Yeah.
But they are chasing down this car, the car number 47 of James Armstrong, who is running a very American livery. Like, when I say American, that's there's a lot of stars and oh no, I might have just misspoke. There's a Union Jack on one side, and then there's the stars and stripes on the other. Is this a combination livery of some sort? Oh, what is that on his...
I think it is when you look at the names on the top.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
It looks great! Looks great!
It looks great, but I mean, like, damn it.
Oh, how I love looking at these liveries and paint schemes nowadays. It's fantastic. Bit of a move at the front though. Butler has caught up and is trying his damnedest, and he's got past Jack Rouse. He's now up into P2 overall. Rouse still keeps his second place in the amateurs, of course, but Butler is using this now to get away from Simmons. A term we use in ILMS is bookmarking. When you put a slower car between you, you can kind of say this is bookmarking. Rouse is really holding his pace at the moment, in all due fairness. But just maybe that might be helping Butler get away from Simmons with this little car here, because Simmons has also got Christian First behind him. Again, not for position, not a battle for the category, but for position. Almost touching. Chris is trying to get by Rouse in any means necessary, and it's just not paying off for him right now.
I'm just looking. I just want to hear the V8s. Team Crash Dummy and Nicolas Cage. Oh no! It brought back a very regressed memory of the Nicolas Cage car.
Yeah,
remember that during the charity race that we did?
Do I ever?
That was cursed. When you had Nicolas Cage, that actually looked all right. And then it was just like, it had, when he was in that movie, I think.
You're gonna have to narrow it down. It's been in many movies.
It had like the Declaration of Independence or whatever.
Oh, that was National Treasure.
Yeah, and the National Treasure. There you go. I had it on the tip of my tongue, and I remembered it was the Declaration of Independence and all that kind of stuff, and I just couldn't figure out what the name of it was. And you could just. Neil Butler's on the one side, and there's like a gaggle of ducks all in a line going down towards Stowe. Car 28 on the inside of 77. Does he make the move? He loses control. Ooh, does Christian First make a move? Oh no!
That's Simmons spinning out Jack Rouse there. Oh, Now, what happened there? Who was to blame for that? Keep a look at that. It looks like, yeah, I think Simmons might have gone a bit too hot and the door was closing. Yeah, the door was closing there, and I don't think there was anywhere for Simmons to go, but the door was definitely closing. And now Butler's had enough. Butler's had enough.
Oh, and Butler, having worked so hard to get this car up in contention, this exact... Oh...
Loses.
It's so that is such a disappointing feeling when the car is just like, oh, and it just creaks to a halt, and there's nothing you can really do about it because it just dies. And now he's in a gaggle of 6 other cars being led.
Oh, Bradbury being really aggressive there. He tried to sell the dummy, and Chris Daines wanted none of it. In fact, I think Chris Daines just played dead. Great little move.
He's playing the possum.
Like he literally said, do whatever you want. I am staying on this line. And Ted Bradbury, I think, thought that he might be able to sell the. It's not working. Look again. He's trying to look left. He's trying to look right. No for him to go. He's gonna go to the right into Cops. Makes it stick. Daines decides I'm not gonna make it. But the over under for Daines is fantastic. He holds on. He's got the outside line into Maggots. Can he hold on? He just gets his nose in front. Manages to cut off any line for Bradbury. Brilliant move there. Bradbury tries to respond. Nothing left for him. He goes for a wider line through Chapel. Will this help him? He's losing time. Losing time on Daines. Wow, what a move there from Daines. Stone. Like, literally, I don't even know what the right words are at the moment. But that was some great defending from Chris Daines.
Yeah, Chris Daines definitely putting the P in pro.
Oh, Marius
Yankee going extremely wide coming through Stowe. Thanks decided.
Okay, Marius, that was a bit aggressive. Neil Butler trying to work his way back up the field. He's currently in P8 at the moment. What can he do?
P7.
He's trying to get by these. He's trying to get by these 3. No, P8.
Oh no, you meant, I thought you said Marius Yankee for a second.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's trying to get by. Bradbury wants another go at Daines. Is he going to go around the outside at Village? Ooh, he might make this. Into the loop, he might make this. They're going to go side by side into Aintree. Has Bradbury pulled this off around the outside? He pulled it off around the outside. What a move on for Bradbury on Daines. And now Daines has to make a response here. What can they do? Almost touching. Give each other some room. Down they come now.
Marius Yankee is looking to see if he can have a shot at it. He's looking on the outside of the car number 90 of Chris Daines. Will he do an over under? Let's see.
No, I think he's gonna be okay. But what can Marius do? I mean, he's got the faster car because the Ford's got so much top end speed. But like, there's nowhere for him to go. Look, he has to brake early because of Daines. This brings in Butler. Butler's just back here thinking, I don't want any of this. He's like, you 3 just fight it out to the back. Jack Rouse has had a spin by the looks of it. He's now into P4. Did I miss? No, that was Chris Daines. He started 5th. Sorry. Harry Wills is 10 seconds up the road. Are we going to see a BMW win 2 races today? We'll have to wait and see. That would be a great achievement. But this battle here is madness. What can they do? Is there anything Daines can do right now after that fantastic move from Bradbury? I don't think there is.
I mean, it depends. Ooh. Sorry, it just depends on if Chris Daines takes the defensive line and if... Or no, Chris Daines, sorry, Ted Bradbury makes the defensive line and Chris Daines can make it stick coming through club, but he didn't go all the way. It would have probably been an overstatement on his part to do so, but they're still fighting. Very close racing between the 3 of them. They are giving each other their individual spaces, but it's still going to be close fighting. I can definitely rest assured on that one. And that is Ted Bradbury having a mistake coming on the end of Farmers going on to Wellington. That's not the kind of thing that you want to have happen at the start of a long stretch of tarmac. And look at the snaking that Chris Daines is having to do to try and keep on the slipstream. He's literally bumper to bumper with Ted Bradbury You can just see the distance or the lack thereof between these two drivers. And Ted is slipping it just a little bit more than I think he would like. Coming up through, just past Luffield just there. Coming up through towards Comps on the old start-finish straight. The line of 6 is still going strong with Chris Danes and Ted Bradbury battling at the top, the tippy top, and Danes losing time and distance. And this brings in this man, Mariusz Janke, battling for 7th position, who started 11th, so he's gained 4 positions. He's also got Neil Butler behind him. Neil Butler himself started 15th, and now he's up into 8th position. So he'll have 2 cars in his sights. He'll have Mariusz Janke number 1, and he wants to make that move happen and happen quickly. And if this doesn't go ahead within the next lap or 2, he'll risk not being able to execute on passing Chris Danes ahead of him as they come down into just past Stowe into Vale on towards Club, and it is lap 12.
12 of 15, 7 minutes to go. Harry Wills still in the lead. That lead, though, is kind of diminished after a 2-minute 2 there. Not sure what's happened to him that lap. The gap is now 6 seconds between himself and Christian Furs. Chris Simmons is still there in P3, but he's leading the pros by 8 seconds. Sorry, 9 seconds as Chris Danes, as he is in this battle with Ted Bradbury, does have that P2 for the pros. Neil Butler, Dion Phillips behind them is the battle for P3 and 4 for the pros. Butler wants to get by Janke, but trying to get by a Ford on a track like Silverstone is like trying to catch a pig oiled up. You can't. It's just going to slip away from you every time you get close, because you'll get to those straights and you have to win it at the braking zones. And Butler wants to get past Janke. If he gets past Janke, he sets himself up to get another car between himself and Phillips. But he's look at it. They come to the start-finish straight. That Audi's got some pace. That Audi's got some movability, and the Ford's just gone see ya. And that's on the old start-finish straight. And now, hang on, that's Phillips wanting to make a move. No, decides against it. But in Maggott and Beckett's, he's got a lot more speed. Doing some great moving there. He might actually make a move into Chapel. Oh, he just caught the back of Butler. Just caught the back of Butler. Butler did a great save to keep it up, to keep it going though. But they're losing time on the rest of the pack, and now Butler has to attack Phillips. And what can Phillips do? Well, he'll go on the defensive line into Stowe. Holds it as well. We'll have to see what Butler does. Can he make a move down into the Vale chicane? I think he's too far away. He is indeed. Meanwhile, those... Oh, hang on. Is he making it? Nope, he does not. Meanwhile, everywhere at the front's just spread out a little bit more. Everyone's just spread out now. Everyone's just relaxing a little bit. And the rest of the field is pretty spread out as well, I must admit.
Gaggle of 1, 2, 3, and oh my god, is that? I thought that was Oscar Coper for a second. Who is? Sorry, that's Oscar Coper looking to see if he can make his way back through the field. He's in 22nd right now. He won't be able to make it. He won't be able to lap himself, but he's certainly pushing hard. I was surprised seeing RSR in the footage. I thought he was on his own in the abyss, but he's not. 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining though, and we have a few last-minute key battles. Ted Bradbury versus Chris Danes is sort of petering off, unfortunately. I don't think Danes is connecting the dots as he needs to, and Ted Bradbury is edging ever further away from him. Behind him, Dion Phillips with Mariusz Janke. The gap is 0.6 of a second. But Mariusz Janke was much faster in the last lap, so unfortunately Phillips needs to make up that much and then some more to secure 7th position overall. It's 3 minutes and 48 seconds remaining. Behind them is Callum Bowman versus Neil Butler. And Neil Butler having to battle his teammate, essentially. As you can see, Cooper coming through. Cooper on the mission, on the rampage, to gain as much time back, or claw as much time back as he can. Butler is not fighting it. You can see Oscar is flying through these corners right now, flying through the traffic. Fortunately, he won't get time to unlap himself, but he will get time to put in some very fast laps. His last lap was a 2:01.920. I think.
Dion! Ooh, he went a bit aggressive. Sorry to interrupt. He was coming through Vale, and I thought for a moment he was Abby. Sorry, I thought he was really sending it on Marius Yankee. I thought it was going to be a crash there for a moment, but Yankee's on the inside of the loop and into Aintree. He'll be on the inside, and that was Dion's. I think Dion's there just getting a little bit worrying, because that's the best place you could probably pass the Ford, because the Ford does not have has the speed. Look how Yankee's just pulled away just on the Wellington straight, and he's just really trying. And Butler, with that little mistake there from Phillips, just sniffing a chance right now. That Audi is almost going sideways for Phillips there. I almost thought he spun. Oscar Coper's behind both of them, trying his best, but Phillips is unable to get he can't catch up to Yankee right now. He's basically defending that position with Butler, and this, I believe, is, we got to check this. This is with P3 in the pros. Lead battle. We will show the lead battle, by the way. Christian Furtz has caught the gap now. The gap is 2 seconds.
No.
2 seconds.
Harry Wills not putting in the laps that he's necessarily needing to do, and the gap has closed to 2 seconds. Will Christian Furze have enough time really to make it all the way to the end zone and secure P1 for Team Raidillon TV? Please do.
No bias.
No bias at all. No fake.
But this is the final lap. Barney's waved the white flag. Harry Wills at the 1.2 second lead. The gap is 1 second now. If there was a 1.5 second, Marius Yankee's towed, by the way. Yankee's got loads of damage. I have no idea what's happened there. Well, I've been watching this thing going through. No. Going through Maggots and Beckett. And that is Dion Phillips seeing a gap and trying to go for it. And just completely takes him out.
Yeah, that is... and Oscar Coper once again having another issue. He just basically headbutted the poor car off the road. I mean, there's not much he can do. It just came right in front of him. But this is exactly what happened. As you can see, Marius Yankee coming out of Luffield onto the old start-finish straight on towards Cups. It'll be in the midway between Maggots and Beckett when this incident takes place, and you just see the car of Callum Bowman just closing in on the rapids, and then he tries a risky look at him, tries a risky move on the inside. Marius Yankee leaving the door open very wide, and then it gets hit by yeah. Right, we got to keep an eye on this lead battle. We just got to keep an eye. The gap is now half a second. They're coming down the hanger straight. Harry Wills has the lead. He's trying to shake and bake. He's trying to pull away, but Christian Furst is catching. But he goes a little bit wide. He's taking the wide line, the wide apex there. Will this work out for Christian? He's going to be too far behind to make a dive into the Vale. Wills, for some reason, decides to go on the defensive. This will compromise him through the Vale chicane. As it has, the gap is now 0.2. First is going to make the move into club. First gets the lead with the final corner. Christian First for Raidillon TV takes the victory. Wow! Yeah, we win something.
What a move! And I was saying it. I was questioning it. Harry Wills did not need to go on the defense. Christian admitted it. Christian basically gave up. But Harry, taking the defensive line there, compromised him into the Vale chicane. And Christian had so much speed and just went for it. And they almost came together, but Harry pulled away. Brilliant little finish there.
Well done. That was an excellent move. Christian Furze kept it in, and on the final corner, he made it click. Well done. The rest of the guys are coming around now, finishing their laps. I think one of the few last runners are still on the field. Leiden Lee is still out there.
Yeah, Morton Philandris will be the last car to finish. Just coming around Beckett's into Chapel right now, with Lyndon Lee 2 seconds ahead of him. A couple other lap cars ahead of them as well, but these are the final two. They were a minute 40 behind the leaders, so they were almost a full lap behind. So, but I'm pretty sure Mark Bates, it's practically all but over, barring like Lyndon having a crash, but I can't see it. So
it's all over, and they're right.
So we can call this one, and 36 cars, 21 cars were on the lead lap. So I will let you go ahead with this one.
I had to fix the scoreboard just for a quick second. All right, Christian Furs, well done to you, sir. A absolute screamer of a final lap put you into P1. Well done to you, sir. What happened to... On my screen, Harry Wills is now down in 14th.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Did he get a black flag or something?
Did he get black flagged?
Oh, no. That must be such an annoyance.
Wow. So all that for nothing.
Oh.
I got no... Go on, continue.
Oh, unfortunate for Harry Wills, but that was a very well done last bit of battling. Chris Simmons in second place. Third was Jack Roos. Fourth was Chris Danes. Fifth was Ted Bradbury. Sixth, Dean Phillips. Neil Butler in seventh. Callum Bowman in eighth. Ninth was Andrew Miller. In 10th was James Armstrong. In 11th was Wayne Drury. 12th, Harry Harvey. In 13th, Simon Dodd. And 14th, unfortunately, Harry Wills having to get a black flag cleared. Chris Hamer in 15th, Danny Sanchez in 16th, and 17th is Dean Timms. Mark Belly in 18th, 19th, and 20th was Leiden Lee and Morton Philandis, respectively. In 21st is Marius Yank. 22nd, Oscar Koper. 23rd is Thomas Dandridge. And 24th is Christian Stockel. 25th is Zakaria Iyama. 2 laps down now. Mike Gottrop in 26th. In 27th is Stephen Futers. Tobias Junger in 28th. And 29th is Jonas Dreyer. Matt Heatrick in 31st. In 32nd is Ben Smith. In 33rd is Karsten Neudek. In 34th, Joshua Mayer. 35th is Christian Novak, I think. And finally, rounding it off is Rutger Wyan and Archie Forsyth.
Let's have some fun. We've got 4 people waiting to have some interviews. So let's start. Let's start first of all with the guys that had the great battle at the end, but then somebody decided to get a black flag. So congratulations to Christian Furs, and then we can talk about Harry Wills afterwards. But Christian, what a finish! What a finish, my friend.
I got a bit of luck, really. He went a bit too close to the inside, so I managed to get a good drive out the corner and take it at the end.
Yeah, it was a brilliant drive. Harry, come on, we got to talk about it.
Oh,
what
yeah,
happened?
why not? Well, the thing is, you get on your own, you get in this little bubble that you're in, and then you don't even look at your lap times, and before you know it, you're running 3 seconds off, and then you look at your relative and then realise that you've got probably the quickest driver or one of the quickest drivers in AM breathing down your neck. And then you completely make a hash of the last section of the track and lose the win. I mean, it's that simple, really.
Yeah, but then you finished 14th. Did you get a black flag?
Well, because I absolutely leathered that huge sausage curb, it threw me 3 postcodes over to the left. And because I crossed the line so far over, then it gave me a black flag. So, I mean, it's just a double whammy of lovely stuff, isn't it?
At least it's not a points race. You gotta look
There
at
is that.
At least it's not.
I mean, I'm still giving myself a Chinese burn right now, but you're right. There's no points lost.
No, I think the funny thing is, you started 14th, you were leading, and you're finishing 14th. Yeah, I'm not rubbing it in anymore. I'm just getting the salt. You know what I mean? Robert,
Yeah, I might as well have gone and sat and watched the TV.
don't be like that.
No, it was good fun. I enjoyed it. It was a good race, and well done to Christian for taking chunks out of me at the end and winning. So yeah, well done, mate.
Thank you.
Rob, I don't know if you've got anything to add.
No, other than that was a great final.
Good talk, Rob.
Yeah, it was good. That was.
Sorry, I was on the wrong thing. But yeah, mostly it's just like, really, that was a great final set of corners, and I may be biased for Furs. He is driving the team livery, so. Yeah,
which I painted. There's nothing like seeing a car that you spent hours painting drive past you on the last lap of the last bend.
Yeah,
and you just go, "Oh, I should have painted it unicorn colours or something," and sent him out anyway.
I'm just upset. I'm just upset that it's not a points race. I've got first and second, best result ever, and it's a prestige. You know what I mean?
Well, if that's the standard that you're going to set, then best of luck.
Well, speaking of those that didn't get a result in the second race, mind you, one of them did win the first race, Oscar Copper and Rucker Raidillon. So, unfortunately, Oscar had a great first race, as did Rucker, but it kind of went pear-shaped for both of you. Oscar, you kind of fought back, and then you got kicked down a second time.
Yeah, it was just bad luck only that race, I guess. So lap 1 was chaotic. It was just cars spinning everywhere, and I think I was hit like 4 times in lap 1. So I had to go back to the pits and hope for the best. So I was a lap down on everyone, and just decided to wing it and go for it, see where I could end up. And then second to last lap, there was a battle in front of me which didn't end well, and I got collected again. So I just let the group go and just limped home.
Yeah, and Rucker, I think you had a bit of an interesting start as well, didn't you? You were spun around a couple of times.
Yeah, basically the same as Oscar. I avoided a lot of it, and yeah, there was one guy. It was a Ferrari, I think. He was on the grass, and I think he spun in the grass and touched me, and my steering wheel was completely broken. I couldn't do anything anymore.
But with the standard first race, both of you did get a first and second respectively. It was nice to see the Ford. I know Rob tremors when he sees that Ford. It's nice to see the Ford getting a good result at the start of it. I think Rob's going to have some words about that right now.
Yes, I am. Why is the Ford
it's
there?
Not nice
Why?
To see in your rearview mirror.
Yeah, it's a big boy. Why is it there? Like literally, it's wide. It's wider. It's as wide as the Eiffel Tower is. Why is it on the track? But yeah, how is the Ford feeling, by the way? Is it feeling any better than what it was before?
It's feeling great actually. In the quali, it's really annoying. I really hadn't had any interest in the Ford in previous seasons. I saw Joshua driving it a lot. And he said like you should try it, and I bought it like I think 2 weeks ago or something. I had pretty much practice in it, and I must say it's a really fun car to drive.
And any of the difficulties with like the bouncing, are they still present, or is it at least bearable enough, and it can be put away by setup tweaks? Setup tweaks. So with the damping, we did a pretty good job on the damping, and that's all fixed right now. Well, for this circuit.
I just love hearing the ways that everyone has to just make the Ford work. It was always great just understanding and knowing that every week the Ford had to just have little tweaks, because it is a normal race car, but it's not a modern day GT3. It's so interesting to see everyone just work out what they're doing with it, and It is fun because we've got two spectrums here. When you look at the first race, we've got the Ford that last season everyone was calling a meme that is dominating now, and then you got the BMW, which not many people drive, apart from Oscar and Harry. So two BMW drivers dominating both races there. It's great to see the changes. And then Christian just comes in with a Ferrari that has some red in. We don't talk about that because the Raidillon TV car.
Yeah.
But I can't think of anything else to add at the moment, Rob, unless you do.
No, I don't. Well, I mean, other than, are you guys ready for round one?
I think we are. I mean, there's obviously a little bit of work to do in regards as hammering home a few rules and making sure all drivers are on the right page when it comes to what we sort of expect. But you know what? It's press day. We're all learning together. We're all gonna try and understand what's what, where's what, and how we work. But I'm really, really, really pleased as to how it's gone. The sign-ups are great. We've got plenty of people in here. And not only that, but one thing I think over and above season one, I'm not talking bad here, but it's really nice to see kind of an even spread. I think from what I've seen so far, it could be anyone's. There's no clear, it's going to be him, it's going to be him. There's quite a good even spread of guys. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I would like to say big thank you to yourself, Rob and Craig, for putting the stream on and making it happen and promoting it and putting it out there. That's great. And big thanks to Chris as well for organising the prizes and the rigs, and Matthew Heatrick for doing all the fancy artwork that goes in behind it and all the posts on social media that he's been running, and Pascal as well, who's our race steward, who's got a very busy evening ahead of him, reviewing some of the incidents that happened. But big thanks to everyone who's taken part, as well as all the drivers signing up as well. That's a big thank you to those guys.
Of course, indeed, and congratulations to you guys. Unfortunately, Harry got knocked down by a black flag, but in our hearts, he's still second place. But great to see you guys racing your hearts out, and we will look forward to seeing you guys in round one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel ready now. I want it to happen now. No, and I want revenge.
You've got to wait.
Revenge of the black flags.
I know.
Another week.
I know. It's a whole
Just
week.
a week.
Well, we're going to have practice sessions every night. That's it now. Come on. No, I'm joking.
In 1 week, we're at Le Mans. Cannot wait.
Yeah.
So, Rob?
Oh, we actually do have Pascal in here. Pascal, quickly,
here we are.
put in a word.
What?
Good word.
Ooh.
He has put in a word.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was a word.
That was a word.
Technically a word, yeah.
But once again, a quick shout out to Racing Sim Rigs for sponsoring the event, just bringing the race home. That is the boys with the toys, with the prizes. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. But Craig, after every stream, what do we say? We say adieu, and we say thank you for joining in, liking our content, like, subscribe, favorite our stuff, share it with your friends, share it with your family. If you don't have a family, share it with us. We're your family now.
Yeah, we're family.
Yeah, we're all family now.
If you did like everything, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit the follow button on Twitch. I think we've hit 100 followers on Twitch. We don't
109, yeah. We passed it
109
ages
followers.
ago.
We have a link to our Discord if anybody wants to check in. Also, our PayPal link if you've got a few pennies to spare. Once again, a shout out to trackcams22.com on the social medias, at Raidillon TV on Twitter and on Instagram, because I need to whip Rob to do a few more photos up on Instagram. But until Friday, I have been Craig King. That was Rob. He'll do the outro better than I will. But this has been Raidillon TV, the only corner you need.